I am Sachin Sharma. I'm a neurologist, and in the month of October, November last year, I had written on one of my blogs and also sent on my WhatsApp groups a message that 2020 is going to be a reset year for the rest of the world. And the reason is that 2020 comes to four, and four is Rahu, and Rahu is a lot of profession. It's a lot of restructuring, so to say. So it lays a new foundation. Now, naturally, when the new foundation is going to be laid, something is going to get scrapped up. We started the year with the riots in Delhi, which never happened for decades, and then suddenly the coronavirus has come in, and everything seems to be getting out of hand. It's just as well that WHO has now, announced it as a pandemic, but you have to understand the consequences of what we can. I was appalled to see the sheer carelessness that I see around us, in the schools, in the malls, in my friend circles, in the relative circles. They just don't seem to get the fact that you are actually in the middle of a huge epidemic. And unfortunately, it's just the tip of the iceberg. And the reason is this. In any case, the month of April is going to be very, very heavy, extremely heavy. It is a Rahu month. That's going to really take a toll on us. So here is a couple of things I want you to understand, that how serious this has become in how short a time. I just saw the Economic Times, and where Chancellor Merkel, she mentioned that if a solution is not found out soon, 60 to 70% of Germany would be infected. 60 to 70% is millions of people. Imagine the fact, and Italy already has over 2,000 deaths and growing. It's virtually locked down the entire country. It's virtually brought the country to its heels. The same is happening in Iran. The same is beginning to happen in South Korea, where the demand to impeach the president has started because he's not been able to control the epidemic. Same is happening in Japan. Same is happening, of course, in China, and we already know all that. But let's understand the sheer size of this, and what we should be doing right away. If Germany says 60 million or 60% of their population is going to get infected, so it's only a matter of weeks, not months, where the entire Europe and the US is getting affected. You take it in writing, it's going to happen, which is bad news, because that's the whole world economy then coming down crashing. The second thing is, if you have so many millions of people, where are the ICU wards? At this point in time, also, all the advanced nations who've got it, they are best equipped to handle this medical emergency. They are short of ICU wards. Even the nurses and the doctors who are attending them, they themselves are beginning to get infected. How would you manage if 100 people had it every day, or 1,000 people were infected every day, or 10,000 people were getting infected every day? How would you ever manage, and which medical facility in the country or in the world has the capacity to handle that kind of an epidemic? Soon you'll be out of doctors, soon you'll be out of nurses, you definitely are already going to be running out of ICU wards. So clampdown has already started, all these visas getting, cancelled. But what's happening in India? We know hearts in our hearts that we are most vulnerable because of the sheer population, because of the sheer per square kilometer population density, so to say. The hygienic conditions are nothing to boast of. Our hygienic habits are definitely nothing to boast of. Civic sense, people are still spitting on the roads. In fact, that seems to be a national pastime. If something breaks out here, it will be uncontrollable in a very short span of time. We got to take a few steps right now. It means changing the lifestyle as of yesterday. We stop, as of right now, it's been declared by WHO as of yesterday. Let's stop having parties. Stop going to the congested places. The malls are out, the public transportation. Unfortunately, some people have no choice. That's definitely out. The open air markets, the old Delhi markets. I'm sitting in Gurgaon. The Connaught places of the world, the Lashman night markets, the malls, they're out. Restaurants are out. Movie halls are out. We have to put pressures on our schools to close them. Bring about online, courses. It's not about creating a panic. It's not about overreacting. There will come a time when we have no time to react. We need to have the closures of the schools right now. Colleges, universities, and everything going online. Anybody has a Skype, anybody has a WhatsApp video, we can always take a call. If you don't do that now, from a civic sense perspective, and if you just keep depending on what the government is going to tell us, the government is not going to. They're going to do anything till the last till the last moment, trying to avoid the panic, so to say. But the panic is one aspect of art. The reality is, if this thing comes home, it takes 28 to 30 days to recover. 28 to 30 days you have occupied an ICU bed. 28 to 30 days you are requiring heavy medicines and very close monitorings by highly specialized doctors. We don't have them. We cannot cater to lakhs of people. Like there are lakhs of people, there are thousands and thousands now getting infected every day in Iran. We cannot do that. Villages will go, it'll go down to such levels we can't even imagine. So my friends, first things first, let's try to get some kind of a momentum going where we say no to all kind of social gatherings, at least for the near for foreseeable future. For the next 2 to 3 months, we should isolate ourselves completely. That is required now before it gets too late. I hope some of us who sees this video understand that if Germany says 60% of the population, Italy is already down on its heels, all the top countries who have great medical facilities are already down on their knees. What will happen if it comes home here? God bless us all. April is not an easy month. I predict it. It's going to happen. It's a Rahu month in a Rahu year. It will restructure a lot of us. So God bless us all, and take care and be really safe. And we vociferously ask people around you to be safe as well. Take care.